Hello, good night. This is my way of doing a postcard. I hope it goes well, so let's continue fast because we don't have much time. This is a poem by Oscar Wilde. I like much I like that much why the form of describing the death and love in men, but I don't have many words to define completely. It's so I'm going to read us. The title is The Ballad of Reading Gold. He didn't know where his scarlet coat, for blood and wine are red, and blood and wine are in his hands, when they found him with the dead, the poor dead woman whom he loved, and murdered in her bed. He walked among the trial men, and a sweet shingly grey, eye cricket cap beside his head, and his steps singing like a guy. But I never saw a man who looked this richly of the day. I never saw a man who looked with such wistful eye upon the tidal tent of blue, which the prisoner called the sky, and the every drifting coast that went, with sails of silver by. I walked with other souls in pain, within another ring, and was wondering of this man had done. I great a little thing, when the voice behind the whispered loud, that fellow is going to swing. There, Christ, the very prison walls suddenly seems to reel, and the sky above my head become like a cask I strongly stilled. And though I was so in pain, my pain I could not feel. I only knew with him the child, kitchen his step, and why he looked upon the grace day, with the soul's a witchful eye. The man had killed the thing he loved, and so he had to die. Yet each man kills that things he loves, by the age lets his hate bed. Some do it with bitter luck, some with a flinging word. The coward does with a kiss, the brave man with a sword. Some kill their love when they are young, and some when they are old. Some strangely with a little hands of lust, some with a hands of gold. The kings use a knife because death so some grow cold. Some love too little, some love too long, some sells and adorners buy. Some do to death with many tears, and some without a sing. For each man kills the things he loves, each man does not die. He doesn't die a day of shame, on a day of a dark disgrace, nor have nose about his neck, nor cloth upon his face, nor drop feet morphos drift to the floor into empty space. He doesn't sit with silent man, who watch him night and day, who watch him when they tries to weep, and with he tries to pray, who watch him lets himself shall rob the prison of its prey. He doesn't work way down to see, they figures through his room, the shivering chaplain robed in white, the sheriff stone with gloom, and the graver is shiny blank, with the yellow face of doom. He doesn't risk the painter's haste to put in convict clothes, while some coarse mountain doctors waltz and notes each new and nerve-twitching pose, fingering and a watchwood's little ticks are like horrible hammer blows. He doesn't feel the stinging thirst that sands and others before. The hangman with his garden gloves comes through the padded door, and binds one of three laden stones, that trout may thirst no more. He doesn't bend his head to air the burial of his reed, nor wild anguish of his soul tells him he is not dead. Cross he half coffin and he moves into the hidden sheet. He doesn't start open the air, trying a little drop of glass, or doesn't pray with lips of clay, for he's a going to pass, nor feel opens his shiny cheek, the kiss of Hypes. 6 weeks the workman's walk in the yard, in the sweat of shameby grey. His cricket hat was at his head, and his step was light and gay. But I never saw a man who looked the wishful of the day. I never saw a man who looked with such wishful eye. Open that little thing of blue, which the prisoner called the sky, and every wandering cloud that trailed its reveling places by. He didn't know green his hand, and do those witlings men who dare to try to rear to changeling hope and decay of black despair. He only looked up in the sun and drank the morning air. He didn't wring his hands nor weep, nor didn't pick or pine, but I drank the air as strong it held, some haleful indolent. With open mouth they drank the song, as too it had been wine. And I and all the souls in pain, who trumpet the other ring, forgot if we ourselves have done a great a little thing, and watched with gaze of dull amaze the man who had to swing. For strange it was to him passed, with a step so like and gay, and strange it was to him look so wishfully at the day, and strange it was to think that he had such a devil to pay. The walk and held even played ladies that the springy time should, but green the shelter's glow tree, with the either between rot, and green or dry, a man's to die before it bears its fruit. The lifeless place is the scene of grace, for which unworldly try, but who would stand in the basin bath, open the sky of high, and through a mortar a color take, its look in the sky, its every sweet to dance to violence, when love and life are fire, to dance to flutes, to dance to loves, it's delicate and rare, but it's no sweet with humble feet, to dance upon the air, so which curious age seeks surmise, we watched him day by day, and wonder if age one of us will unearth someone why, for no can tell to what to read hell, his tender soul might stray. At last the dead man walked no more among in the trial men. I knew that we singing up, and the black dogs draped pain, and that never go I see his face, for we are we again. Like two dormant ships that pass in the storm, we have crossed the edge of a way, but we make no sing, we say no word. We had no word to say, for we didn't meet to holy night, but in shameful day, a prison wall was wrong is but, two outcasts men we were, the world had through us of the is hurt, and God from his care, and the iron gain that winds for sin, and counts and it is near. Well, this is my try for make a read. Okay, this is a poem by Oscar Wilde. Contains 6 parts out, but this is the more interesting part for me was the first 2. Oscar Wilde was one of the best writers of the 18th century. Has too many great stories like The Picture of Dorian Gray, among others. Well, this is all for this podcast. I hope liked it. Bye.